This cannibal isn't any ordinary cannibal. It is a mutated cannibal. This mutant cannibal lives deep in the caves. It's so mutated that it has a total of 30 to 34 fingers, and a special ability that I witnessed firsthand in my run-in with it. This mutant cannibal is known as Fingers, or by its code name, Ronnie. Wait, Ronnie? What a weird name. The nickname Fingers plays off the amount of fingers it has. This cannibal was created by an experiment gone wrong, or what I'd like to think, an experiment a company conspired, hence why it was given the code name Ronnie. Not only did I get trapped in its special ability, but I also witnessed Fingers has a fear. So today, we will be looking at its behaviors, fears, attacks, special abilities, and its weaknesses. Prior to my run-in with it, I noticed as I walked through the cave, there was items and skulls inside some gooey stuff hanging from the ceilings and up against the walls. The smell of it was terrible. It smelled like my high school teacher's pinky toe. I heard a strange noise and ended up finding this creature who was facing towards the wall, releasing all of its nut to something. I heard a strange noise and ended up finding this creature spitting out that goo that I seen all over the walls and ceilings earlier. I got a closer look and it immediately notices me. In less than 5 seconds, it springs itself at me and bites me. Then out of nowhere, one of its minions maybe starts walking over to me. I dodged it and turn around to find a total of 3 of these minions behind me, and one of them starts howling. Right at the same time, the Fingers cannibal barely misses me. I back up watching them and made a run for it. I didn't know what those 3 things were or what that thing with a million fingers was. I was not planning on looking back, but then I did look. Ah! Oh my god. I'm sorry, watching the footage back is terrifying. But yeah, I got the hell up out of there. That thing needs Jesus. So I went and grabbed the cross for protection because though we just learned its behaviors, I still needed to study it. I entered back into the cave holding the cross, and when I seen it, I noticed it was behaving differently. It roared at me, maybe because the cross. So I waved it in its face, and it turns out even a creature like this is God-fearing, but only to an extent because I got super close, waving the cross right in its face, and then it went back to violence and started attacking me. It has 4 different attacks: a triple body swing attack, a bite attack, a jump bite attack, a sprint bite attack, and some sprinting jump bite attack. Now it's time to fight. Big head mode did nothing for this cannibal. It doesn't have any vital spots to shoot. Also, I didn't have any arrows, so I decided to try out electricity. Out of nowhere, it pulled out its phone and started skeeting everywhere again to the hub. Out of nowhere, it started shooting out goo again, so I snuck up to tase it and got knocked unconscious. I woke up thinking, is this death? But then I felt so much goo, and it smelled terrible. It was very hard to breathe. Did I die and get buried alive? So much was going through my head in that moment, and then I realized I'm in a cocoon. I'm inside that goo that I seen those skulls in. So I started to punch my way out. I started even throwing elbows. Then I dug my fingers into the goo, pried my way out till I fell to the floor. It put me in a cocoon on the ceiling to eat me for later. That is its special ability. It knocks its victims out, then puts them in a cocoon and eats its prey later. Kind of like marinating steak. But what was its weakness? So I went into battle with it. I tased it, and then I tased it again, and it brought him to a knee. But he immediately got up and hit me. So I tried tasing him again, and again, and again. It seemed to barely even phase him. Like I had no time to do any other attacks like when I tase other cannibals. So I decided to try fire. I grabbed the Molotov and I threw it. And then I seen he was immune to fire. But then he burned and died. He couldn't keep up that tough guy act. So the weakness is fire. Look at this thing. When skinned, you obtain creepy armor. This has been one of the scariest encounters so far. I invite you to join me on my cannibal research journey, cause it gets much worse than this.